Spätburgunder Rosé. And Spätburgunder, of course, is Pinot Noir in German, right? This
Correct.
is the one. Obviously, you're mostly famous for your Rieslings, but how much Spätburgunder do you produce or grow?
Well, Spätburgunder is the second most important grape in our region, and we are representing really more or less what our region is about. We have 80% Riesling in our vineyards, and then on rank number 2, it's 12% Pinot Noir, Spätburgunder, and we do red and rosé out of it. So it's about half and half. Half of the vineyards end up for our rosé, and the other half is vinified red.
How do you decide which parts to do rosé and which part to do red?
It's a mix. It depends on the clone. We have 2 different clones in our vineyards. In the bit steeper slopes, the ones that get warmer as well, we use French clones.
Okay.
So small grape bunches with a lot of skin. And then in the flatter parts, we use the local clone of Spätburgunder, which is a German adaptation, and that is used for the rosé. And we also use the bit higher up vineyards for the rosé to keep the wine
sort of
fresher and lighter.
And also, before we taste, you actually have a Swedish winemaker.
Can't you taste that? Oh yeah, we haven't tasted it yet.
But it's interesting because also, I mean, you're very well known in Sweden with your wines. I mean, and you were before. I mean, but it was just an interesting. Marcus Lundén.
Yes. And I don't know what was first. It's like with the chicken and the egg. I don't know if we're known in Sweden because of him or if he got to know us because of what we do. No, but he is working actually also since 2004 with us, but he started as an intern. We had the same background with like knowing not really anything. He became the man for the dark cellar while I'm enjoying more the vineyards and people. So that's how we share.
I didn't know that until I visited you like in 2016 or 17 or whatever.
Yeah, that's because he hides in the cellar.
Yeah, that's what he does. Should we taste it?
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because also in Germany we are just about to start with the vintage 20 now, and I haven't really tasted a lot of it yet because it was not so warm and sunny, and for me rosé is always you need sun outside to want it, but it's great to have it now.
I think it's the 2020 vintage on this one. It's really a nice combination between sort of the, what do you call it, like opulent red fruit, and also I get this sort of a very nice acidity, and because we tasted through the wines before, like this stony minerality. It's like wet stone thing going on.
Yeah.
What's your opinion of it?
Yeah, it is very for our style very fruit intensive.
Yeah.
Like it's never that our wines are extremely loud, but this one is definitely telling something about fruit. But I'm also very happy that the acidity carries the wine and gives it a drinkiness that is very appealing.
When was the first vintage of the rosé?
Well, it's not that long ago. It was 2013,
Okay.
but it was only kind of like a test that we did. It was a tiny amount. I think it was 600 liters that we started with. We have always been doing a blanc de noir, a white out of the pinot noir for our sparkling wine, and we also bottled a still blanc de noir. But Marcus, Mike Stademaster, came up with that idea that to be a little bit more successful commercially with the wine, we should copy the trick that many champagne producers uses when they do their rosé, that they actually color the Pinot Noir after the whole fermentation and aging process, just before bottling.
Yes.
And that's actually what we do. So the wine is completely white during the whole process in our winery. Only when it comes to the bottling, we're just giving it a touch of actually a color dosage to pink it up. But we love the very pure taste. Yeah. So that's why we love to keep the Pinot Noir style, but color it up.
But can you do that? I mean, when it comes to regulations and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Because we do it with red grapes. We would not be allowed to mix red and white grapes in such a stage.
Exactly. So
that would not
thing.
work. No. But we're only working with red grapes, and that's why we're able actually to vinify them in different ways and then blend them together.
Yeah, because then it's actually not putting red wine into a white wine.
No.
It's putting red.
No,
red,
we're doing it all very serious.
Yeah, of course. And when it comes to winemaking, I mean, is it totally stainless steel, or do you barrel age it or anything?
No, in that case, it's really 100% stainless steel, because we don't really want to add up the wine or the taste of the wine with any like intensity more. Oh. We just want to really focus on the purity, as you like name it, and that's the grape, the region, and that's it.
That's it.
And that's always like on our first Riesling that we taste. We also have the same look of the label, the GB on it. And when you have that GB on the label, it always tells you it's the grape, the region. And as soon as you see our house on the label, it's about like our really like serious influence as well. So this is the philosophy behind the wines.
Okay, we'll continue that very soon. But when it comes to because it's always interesting with food pairings. I mean, how you should to what you should do. I mean, you can drink this alone, but if you should eat something to this one, what do you usually have?
It's quite funny. It's actually the only wine where we pay attention to the color in the winemaking process. But I think actually also food in a similar color direction works always very well with it as well. Which can be actually beetroot, so pretty like earthy in flavor, but also some fruitier things. And in German, it's a very fancy thing to mix asparagus with strawberries.
Wow!
And do a salad out of it or so. And this is actually a super nice combo with it.
Sounds really good. And I imagine whatever you also like roasted chicken or something like that would be just perfect.
Light fresh dishes that really
some
animates
herbs
you.
and